Hello everybody, I'm back for another Unfiltered Friday, but for this one it's going to kind of be like a two-part. I'm kind of saving my unpopular opinion for the end. I mean, like, maybe there'll be some things in between, but I kind of just wanted to do something a little different. I like a little check-in and kind of like a preface to the other like Unfiltered Fridays that I've been posting. And one, hey, just FYI, this mug I did and painted whatever at Clay Cafe in Fredericton, like, I don't even know how many years ago, probably like 8 years ago, and like still holding strong, and it's still my favorite mug. The poor owl, look at his eyes. Anyways, I'm really tired this morning, FYI. I don't know if y'all can tell, but I don't know if other people are like me. If you wake up at a certain point in the night and you can't fall back to sleep, especially like the latter part of the night where it was like 5:30 when my husband's alarm went off, and I like couldn't fall back to sleep because I'm just like thinking about everything. So it like fucked me up when I woke up at 7:30. I'm just like, I went back to sleep for like an hour and a half, and it's almost like it screwed me up more, even though I got like a really good sleep before that. So I'm feeling a little sleepy this morning, but hopefully the coffee will do it. And I'm gonna be getting ready for something like really exciting. Today I'm like giddy. I'm recording with a special guest today. And I can't wait to share it with y'all. I'm like fangirling. But anyway, so I'm actually gonna put on a little bit of makeup today just for fun. I mean, we'll see if how long Maya will nap for and if she will let me do that. But anyways, yeah, let's just get into it. Alright, so I've been hearing a lot lately, more so just like within my community. Like, I'm from a really small town. So like people know other people and, you know, whatever. But I've been getting a lot of like feedback. People are watching my Unfiltered Fridays or some episodes or whatever, and they're asking, like, kind of making comments of it being directed towards like certain people, like mostly like if it's like my husband's side of the family, feeling like I'm just targeting or trying to sound like a certain message to them or to one person. And it's like, okay, obviously some of my experiences with my husband's side of the family has shaped the things that like I'm saying, you know, on this like content or whatever, but it all has to do with the things I've experienced, seen, witnessed, felt before having my kids and after, like how I was treated before and after, the things that I've kind of like before maybe allowed, but now I'm like, that's actually not okay. That doesn't make me feel good at all. And it's a lot of the topics that I'm seeing people, other moms talk about, you know, just in passing with other moms or my friends or on, you know, social media, like on Instagram, TikTok. It's like, it's not like I'm the first person to like say these things. It's just more in like a raw way where I'm like talking about it. I'm not making like a funny meme or a funny like TikTok about it. It's more so like I'm expressing my direct experiences, and that's the whole point of why I wanted to kind of start this and why I wanted to do with this platform was like share my personal experiences, because little Tara just has this like urge to advocate. Like, it obviously has something to do with like, you know, my voice not being heard as a child, but like going through university and now being a social worker and the advocacy that I do on the side, and then just being a mom and what I've been going through. I'm just like, I can't stay silent, and like that's the whole point of this is our voices should be heard, our experiences should be heard, and it's time to stop allowing these unhealthy behaviors to continue, and for moms to no longer be suffering in silence. That it's time to kind of like put it out there that, you know, these things are not okay, and this is why. Although it may have been something that other people have been accustomed to or allowed or didn't think was an issue, and like I can understand that, because before I would have felt the same until I learned otherwise and went through it myself. But now it's kind of like, look, this is not okay. And if the thing too is, if people have been told that it's not okay and are aware but then continue to do it, that's what also really bothers me. So what I just want to do is like change the narrative and speak to like my truth and other moms' truth out there, and try to create some change. And also, like, I always want to, like, yes, I always want to lead with like love and understanding, always, like 100%. I'm all for that. I understand that we all, you know, have come from different backgrounds and our understandings are shaped by our experiences, blah blah blah. Totally get that, but we're all adults. We have responsibility for our actions, especially if they're affecting someone in a negative way. They're affecting, you know, relationships and people's mental health and their, you know, feelings of security and safety and belonging in the world. Like, that's when I'm like not okay about it. And that's why I just feel so, you know, deeply about expressing this. And having children now, especially having girls within, you know, our world, I want to raise them to, like, it to be different for the way that I, you know, grew up, that, like, to allow these, like, unhealthy behaviors to be passive and to, yeah, I want them to know that, like, they don't have to, they can voice their needs and their wants. They can say no, they can have boundaries. They don't have to live up to other people's expectations, and no one is entitled to their opinion on their lives. The only people they really have to listen to is, I mean, like, their parents, obviously, and they have to follow rules and structure when it comes to, like, school and activities, and they should be respectful, like, 100%. But it's not okay for them to feel like, you know, as they grow up, that other people are, like, entitled to them and what they're doing, and they have to, like, just be passive about things. Like, I feel, like, super strongly about that. So the big thing here is all of this content that I'm releasing, that I'm talking about in terms of, like, my unpopular opinions. Like, it's not just specific to, like, one or two people. It's, like, a general issue that has been happening amongst, like, women, parents, and me. And it's another thing of, like, people, you know, feeling uncomfortable about the things I'm talking about. And it's like, we should stop, like, living in such a comfortable, you know, world. It's like, kind of like, you know, be curious about that discomfort, and kind of the uncomfortable, like, situations is kind of like what helps you grow. And I feel like self-reflection and just awareness is, like, super healthy to, like, growth. And yeah, as adults, we're just responsible to these things, especially, like I said, if it's affecting other people. And I don't want to feel ashamed for the advocacy that I'm doing and the change that I'm trying to create. And even if, like, I'm only relating to a few people on this, like, that's okay, because I just don't want other moms to, like, again, suffer in silence or feel like, are they crazy for the way they're feeling? Because, like, you're not, especially if as a child you grew up in a world that felt, like, super unsafe, and all the people that were supposed to keep you safe didn't. And now you're an adult and you're feeling that again, and you're like, that inner child, those inner child insecurities are coming up, and it's like no, that breaks my heart. Like, that's not okay. So that's just why I feel so strongly about this. I've had this Clinique foundation, oh my god, I don't even know how long it's been, and I'm like, you know, when you have a good foundation and you're just, like, trying to scrape and scrape and scrape the bottom of it, because this is one that I've actually, like, I mean, it's a drugstore brand, but it's one that I really liked. And I used to be obsessed with the Too Faced, what is it? Yeah, Born This Way, the sculpting concealer. But I feel like they changed the formula because it makes my like skin like orange when I put it on. So I'm like not a fan anymore. So I kind of went back to this one, especially because my skin is super, super pale and I have a lot of like redness and whatnot. So I don't want to like have a mask on my face. Just want to enhance those eyes a little bit. So I just wanted to hop on to say like this is about me sharing all of the experiences that I've had along the way through my, you know, like even pre-baby, post-baby, whatever, like the real experiences that I've had that have made me feel super insecure, super small, and I don't want to like live in that anymore, and I don't want other moms to. So that's why I want to like kind of advocate for this and kind of like be able to share like real experiences and relate on a deeper level to other moms. So I just kind of wanted to do a little check-in about that. And that's, you know, maybe that is an unpopular opinion in a way. I don't know, but whatever. So what I wanted to share in terms of like my unpopular opinion for this week kind of has to do with like the holidays and events and stuff around holidays. Is I really struggle with this, okay? Because I am guilty to comparing myself to other families, other moms, other, you know, folks on social media, and like feeling like I'm not a good mom if I don't go all out for holidays or events or what have you. But then I like sit in that and like reflect, and I know that that's a me thing because my children wouldn't know otherwise, right? It's not like they have, like, especially with their age, it's not like they understand it. And I want them to grow up not expecting each holiday or event or birthday or occasion to be like such an extravagant thing, because that just comes with a lot of like selfish, entitled, you know, behaviors. And like I don't want them to always be expecting those things, and like I don't want them to always feel entitled or privileged. You know, it shouldn't be that like for Easter you're gonna get like a new tablet or something. Like to me it's, I don't know, I'm trying to not like feed into that. Like even for Christmas and stuff, I always have like a limited amount of gifts that I get them, and I tell family like you can get them like 2 things or a limit of this many dollars. Like, you know, get them what they need. These are the things that they need and I know they want and that they'll use. Stick to that. Like, help us out. So, but that's like a me thing. That's, you know, and I know that other people out there that if they grew up having like very little, they want to like go a little bit extra for their kids because they didn't have that growing up. And I can understand that. And I can relate to that. But I kind of want to like almost use that, you know, as like those things, those I want to how can I say that, like to value what you have, and not that they don't get anything or they don't have anything, but to see value in like experiences and like relationships, connection, over like things, I guess. So that's my whole point, is like for occasions and for like holidays and stuff, it's more so about like the things that you're gonna remember, because they're probably not gonna remember like those you know, gifts that they got, like, or what doll they got or what toy they got or how much chocolate they got, right? So I've seen myself do this though, where like I'm like, no, I'm not gonna feed into this, you know, idea of consumerism, and they're gonna get, you know, just the minimum. Like I'm gonna do just the bare minimum because that's literally all I can handle. My mental health can handle, my brain capacity, like that's, you know, it's not on my mind to like go out and do all this shopping and whatnot. I just can't. And then like last minute or like the day of, I see like other parents doing more than I did, and then I'll like try to match that, and I'm like here I go again. So yeah, I really struggle with that, working on it though. But And like, if you're the mom that like wants to have like, you know, this huge celebration for a birthday, and like that's what you love to do, and whatever, that's fine. It's just like I'm trying to like sit in it of like, who am I doing it for? Like, if it's like at this point in a lot of things in this stage of life where my kids are under 3, it's like the things that we're doing are bringing more so us joy, because I learned this with Evie. Like, the littlest things brings her joy, and that's what I want. That's what I want to continue to raise her to be like. Is like, for example, when I go grocery shopping and I come home and she's going through the bags and seeing what I got, and like, she gets so fucking ecstatic over like strawberries and blueberries and crackers and yogurt and pasta sauce or like whatever. She's like, oh my god, mom, you got this for Evie? Thank you, I'm so proud of you. Like, okay, so like all I have to do was like wrap a fucking container of blueberries and like she'd be ecstatic, right? So that's why I kind of like just do like the little bit of bare minimum, because then like she gets super excited and it's fun, and you know, it's fun for everybody, and I don't have to go all out. So I'm just trying to like work on that. So that, yeah, anyway, this all has to do with like this coming long weekend with Easter and all that, and like everyone is, you know, allowed to have their own feelings when it comes to holidays, and if it has something to do with your beliefs, your culture, your religion, whatever, that's, you know, totally cool. That's you. And I'm not like religious in any way, so to me it's just like I want to take the joy and the family time out of this long weekend to kind of like take advantage of that, and we're gonna participate in things that we can based on like our schedule. Like, I'm not gonna like force my child to like engage in things if she's like doesn't want to, or she's tired and cranky. Like, I just don't see the point in that. So kind of want to be like realistic about that too. But there's a lot going on this weekend in our town. There's a hockey tournament that my husband plays in, and then there's some Easter stuff going on that we'll try to make time for, but I also have other family things going on that I want to try to go to, depending on, you know, again, our schedule and if we can make it work. So that's like, those are my thoughts. And again, if you're like me and you're just like doing the bare minimum in terms of like all these holidays, occasions, events, like that's okay. Like, we're exhausted, we're tired, we're spent, we're overstimulated, our lives are chaotic, and there's like, take those little like wins and those little moments of joy that you see in your kids' eyes when they get like, you know, something small, or they do an activity with you, and you can just see that there's like this level of appreciation. I mean, like, those are more valuable than like, you know, going to the other extreme of it. And obviously it has to do with like this world that we live in, where everything has to do with like consumerism and social media, and like feeling like we're not enough because other people are doing more, and it sucks. But again, this is what I'm here for. I want to change that. I want to challenge you to change that, and to do what feels good to you and feels right to you and what you value, and our kids will just follow suit with that. So those are my thoughts, my unpopular opinions for this week. And continue to get ready. Maya is still napping. Wow, she's being so nice this morning. So I'm gonna just finish up because I have to get ready for this week's podcast episode. So stay tuned for more information, more details on this new episode, and I think you guys are going to be super excited, just like I am. That's why I get so smiling, because I'm like giddy, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm nervous. But no, it's going to be fun. So thanks y'all for listening, and I really hope that the things I'm saying, the content I'm releasing does resonate with someone out there, because if it's just like, this is just for me, like a journal thing or I'm like venting and it's like a healing thing for me. I don't want it to just be that. I just really hope that other people are getting something from this. So anyway, that's all.